Here are 20 strange facts about me. I am allergic to bananas. Like, actually allergic. They give me, like, muscle breakouts. I don't know how else to say it. It makes my muscles itch. I have, like, anaphylactic issues with bananas, of all things. I used to be a pastor of a church. My ancestral heritage is mostly Viking, which is why I like Iceland so much. I have never broken a single bone in my body, which, here's to not doing that ever. I did crack a toe once. Does that count? I don't like steak. I don't like steak at all. Like, if we go to a restaurant where it's a steakhouse type place or the steaks are well known, I'm gonna get chicken. I'm going to get something other than steak. I hate big slabs of meat on my plate. I don't like the texture. I don't like the flavor. I hate steak. My favorite type of food is Mexican food. Hands down, Mexican food. I once published a book of poetry called I Am Icarus. I'm working on my first novel that is going to be called Foxglove, and it's a sort of a psychological, survival-based, outdoor kind of Survivor Man type thing with a little bit of romance and a lot of mystery. My first car was a 2001 Dodge Neon Sport. I thought I was so cool. I had the blue, like, interior on it. I thought I was so cool. I have been playing guitar for 18 years. It doesn't seem like that because sometimes I feel like I never get any better. I am a huge music fan, like huge, and I like a lot of different genres, but ultimately my favorite genre of music is jazz. My biggest pet peeve is people not using their turn signal. I am lactose intolerant, but you probably already knew that from the other vlogs. I was born and raised in Kentucky, but I have lived in Illinois, and I moved 9 times before I was in the 4th grade. If I could live anywhere on planet Earth, hands down, I would live in Reykjavik, Iceland. When I was a kid, I always wanted to be a marine biologist and or a pilot, neither of which came to pass. And then when I got into high school, I was sure that I was gonna be a fine artist and paint for a living and do graphic design on the side. And the graphic design thing kind of worked out, but I never took painting seriously enough because in my high school, people didn't push us to strive for those things. We had terrible guidance and terrible counselors. Actually, we didn't have any counselors. We just had terrible guidance. It's a toss-up between favorite books, but I think my favorite book is probably The Moon is Down by John Steinbeck. Second to that might be... Oh, it's tough. It might be Farewell to Arms by Ernest Hemingway. My very first camera that I ever used, like true camera, DSLR style, was a Nikon D40X. And I bought it because the body was so small and it was just so perfect to use. I still have it. I love that camera. The low light capabilities on it were garbage, but the quality of the pictures that came out of it were superb for 2006, 2007. I mean, it was awesome. I don't like TV shows much at all. There aren't many TV shows that I really like cling to or ever have for that matter, but I have watched thousands of movies. I love the storytelling of movies. TV shows just don't give you enough time. My very first YouTuber that I ever discovered was technically Olin Rogers, but it was actually when he was with Balloon Shop, which was sort of a comedy skit type group, and then I followed Olin after Balloon Shop broke up, and Olin Rogers was really who ultimately and originally inspired me to do YouTube. The movie that inspired me to be a filmmaker was There Will Be Blood with Daniel Day-Lewis, and if you haven't seen it, you desperately need to see it. The cinematography, the storytelling, the color grade, everything about that movie, including the audio, the music, just everything is perfect. And I love like Star Wars and Lord of the Rings and all that kind of stuff, but There Will Be Blood is, at least in my opinion, the most perfectly created movie that ever has been, or will be probably, actually, yeah, most likely. Instruments I play are guitar, mandolin, banjo, cello, a little violin, and drums. I actually have a bamboo flute, which is pretty fun to play too. I have 2 very serious addictions, and I'm not afraid to talk about them on here. And the first one is that I am addicted to chapstick. Not chapstick, but Burt's Bees lip balm. I'm addicted to something on my lips at all times, to the point where I go through a tube of Burt's Bees every 2 weeks. what can I say? And secondly, I am truly addicted to Smarties. I can control my eating habits on anything else, but if there are Smarties around, for some reason, I just cannot say no. 2 places I want to travel in 2019 are Iceland again and Mexico City. Because of that food, man, the Mexican food, the city, the culture, I love it. I don't fluently speak any languages. I have a working knowledge of Japanese, and I used to know some Spanish, but it's pretty much all gone. Although I can read the words, I just can't form like sentences. And then Icelandic, I know a few words and understand some of the conversations that are going on there, but I could never like form a true conversation with somebody. My favorite part of the filmmaking process has to be the actual cut. I like going through and finding where to cut the scene into the next one. That's probably the most exhilarating thing for me. Second to that, probably the color grading. I don't like color correcting, but I love color grading. I once got lost in a forest and walked for over 8 hours trying to get back to where I had originally parked my car. During a very interesting period in my life, I was homeless for 2 weeks, and most people don't know, but I slept out of my car and showered at the gym for 2 weeks. I will basically only wear 2 shoe brands, Vans and New Balance. I don't like the way any of the other shoes feel. And I feel naked without a hat and a watch. There's some random facts about me that you probably didn't know and probably didn't care to know. I'm Hyatt, I'm a daily vlogger and filmmaker. I don't know, I just thought it would be something different, you know, change it up. I know that's not really a typical vlog style, but just change it up and give you some random facts about me just so that you know me a little better. So if you have any questions, if you want to know, if you want me to do another one of these, you know, leave it in the comments below. I don't know, I mean, I can't really think of that many random things about me, but then like, I guess if I notice little things throughout the day, I could probably pick out a lot. I don't know, what am I saying? Thanks for watching. Have a good night, good day, good morning, whatever time it is you're watching. Bye.